Thank you for your cooperation. I have something to say regarding the Security Council 2736, which for the first time has set at least a benchmark, which is a mild benchmark regarding the denunciation of the RSF, the militia that is destructively launching a war against the Sudanese armed forces, Sudanese people, the elderly, and we have delivered many times evidences, pictures, images, satellite imagery regarding the involvement of the United Arab Emirates in this ugly war and the vicious attacks against the Sudanese civilians, as the RSF is actually and abusively attacking the civilians at the area of production with a view to augmenting the food gap into a full-blown famine. This is in concert with other international and regional actors. Number two, we have found recently the intelligence managed to restore around 6 passports of United Arab Emirates citizens that has been retrieved in Khartoum. They were aiding the elements of the RSF. We have submitted new evidence with these passports to the existing current president of the Security Council, and we ask him to publicize it. And we see up until now, it has not been done. And now today, as I mentioned and updated the story and the violations of the RSF, who are receiving regularly massive, mercenaries from southern Libya across Chad and Car to support them. Now they are threatening to attack again Al-Fashir, irrespective of the Security Council operative paragraph. And at the same time, the Sudanese authorities and the Sudan government will cooperate, as we have ascertained, will facilitate the passage and the unencumbered delivery of the humanitarian assistance to all the needy across the Sudan. And we also updated the situation that if the Security Council walk the walk this time by naming and shaming the RSF, they have to walk the extra mile by naming and shaming United Arab Emirates, because it is well known across the world, nationwide, across the world, that this is the continuous assistance that is giving aid, supplies, arms, shipments to the RSF and the mercenaries to fight Sudan in order to destroy the current state, with a view to replacing it by their proxies, local surrogates, the RSF. The RSF cannot make a body of government in as much as they are having a kind of developing a kind of new racial terrorism, attacking Sudanese civilians wherever they had gone or attacked specific cities and towns and villages in Sudan. So I denounce the role of the UAE in supporting viciously, continuously, the RSF military operations against the Sudanese people, and we will refer this file to the ICC to investigate in this. We have set up lots of, or the Sudanese people themselves, lawyers, judges, have set up many forums of legal forums in order to give help and legal aid to the Sudanese and to the victims of the atrocities committed by the RSF, and they will submit as well a file to the ICC. Sudan government have set up also local national legal committees to monitor the crimes committed against humanity from the RSF side. And I am here again to say we are not dealing in lies. We have waited 10 months before we address the Security Council with our file of complaint. During these 10 months, the Sudanese authorities and the Sudanese leadership have regularly contacted regional mediators and mediators in the Middle East and beyond in order to inform the UAE authorities to refrain from going on with supplying their lethal and sophisticated arms, including American arms. They have been provided to the RSF. It means either the provider or the supplier has breached the mutual agreement of this arm contract. So this is in a nutshell. We say UAE continues to support RSF. They are their mentor, regional mentor, and Sudan government is aware of all these vicious machinations, and we will continue. We will continue without any kind of hesitance to try to provide the media with any update in this respect. Thank you very much for your continuous cooperation.
Ambassador, just a couple of follow-up questions. Could you give us a little situational update from Al-Fasher? We didn't hear too much in your statement about it. What is the situation of the SAF currently, your 6th Infantry Division that's in Al-Fasher? What's their situation?
As you know, since the last 6 months or before, the RSF are encircled inside Al-Fasher with the Sudanese citizen trapped there. So it is just lies when you say the Sudanese or SAF has bombarded citizens while they are encircled within. And the encirclement is actually affected by the RSF, including their armament and their, the mercenaries coming from Chad, southern Libya, and beyond even in the Sahel, from the Sahel. So the situation now, even in the second day on Friday, the RSF has attacked Al-Fasher and has killed many citizens in Al-Fasher, has destroyed yesterday the southern hospital in Al-Fasher, and Sudan government will cooperate with the Security Council vis-a-vis their duties in trying to protect the civilians. They will allow, they are not actually holding any citizen from leaving the town or the city because they are actually besieged and encircled. But they will escort anybody who wanted to go out from Al-Fasher. But actually, it will not desist from defending the city. It will not desist from defending the city until the last soldier, because this is a Sudanese terrain, a Sudanese territory, and we have duty constitutionally to defend Al-Fasher, because the RSF wanted again to commit a racial cleansing or an ethnic cleansing. They are targeting specific people from the Zagawa tribe. I have named them, and they have committed it before. They are repeating it again in an ugly scenario. So Sudanese armed forces will defend Al-Fasher to the last soldier.
Could I just ask you, at the end of your remarks, you said that U.S. weapons are being used. You're saying that the UAE, weapons the UAE has purchased from the US?
Yeah, because actually we delivered
Could
this
you just
evidence.
clarify?
We delivered this evidence. I said there are 2 missiles of an American made. This is not an accusation to the US, of course. It has been found, and I think we informed the US authorities about it. In this respect, even in the last week when I submitted my supplement to the Security Council, we also placed some images regarding all weapons that we have found or seized from all different make, including Europeans, including beyond, including other countries in the EU and other Asian countries. We have a list of them. But when I say that, there are the military would know specific weapons that is lethal. How did they find their way to the Khartoum? So this is when the Wall Street Journal and New York Times have said it, that they unleashed their investigation against the United Arab Emirates, and they name it. So when the what do you call it, the PR of the UAE, he's attacking me now. He said I'm telling the council lies. I have corroboration. I'm a lawyer. I don't deal or trade in lies. We have corroboration from other actors. We have corroboration from human rights, investigative journalism, and the Congress members who wrote a letter to the UAE authorities and beyond. So we are dead sure that we have a case, we have a good case, we have substantiated it legally, and we will ask the Security Council just to walk the walk and try to name and shame the UAE and to lay pressure on it to stop supplying arms to the RSF.
Could I just ask you one more, since the UAE ambassador kept referring to you as the SAF representative?
Yes.
As opposed to the ambassador of Sudan, one country.
Yes, yes.
What is your reaction to that?
Yes, I think this is a ludicrous kind of characterization. I am recognized here by the Secretary General as the representative of the government of Sudan, not the representative of SAF. I am not a military person. I'm a lawyer. I'm a civilian. And actually, in Sudan, there is no military regime. This regime, the military elements, have been chosen after the revolution, together with the civilian sectors who made the government in the post-revolution. The civilian government resigned, and they came again, and they agreed with the military components, and then the prime minister resigned, and his government resigned accordingly. So they were not dismissed. So we have never seen in the classic coups or the man in the horse when a person makes a coup against himself. Number two, there is no muzzling of the press. Sudanese people used to shout down to take to the streets, to demonstrate willingly. And there is no muzzling of the press. There is freedom of assembly is being guaranteed even after the war. Until the war went even further after that, maybe state of emergency have been declared when the RSF attacked the citizen areas and the residential areas so that they displaced the citizens for good reason they wanted. Because they get other people from the Sahel who are now occupying the towns, the residents and abodes, citizen abodes on facilities in Khartoum and in Durman. So this is one of the things that we said. If the RSF wanted to make peace, they have to remove their occupants, foreign occupants, who are occupying the Sudanese houses and abodes. So calling me as a SAF representative does not augur well, in as much as he is an RSF mentor. He is a vicious RSF mentor because RSF is no longer a governmental body, but a killer. So the machine killer of the RSF is being supported by the RSF, by the representative, by the PR himself, states, with due respect. So I'm not worried by whatever he calls me. I can defend myself well, and I don't feel ashamed to serve my country at this difficult time, and at this tragedy being, by attacking Sudanese, not only Sudanese government or his army, attacking even the citizens and the vulnerables. So I have the honor to serve my Sudan in this difficult time, and I don't give a damn for whatever the PR of UAE said of depicting me of representative of this or that. I am here, the representative of the government of Sudan, until other notice. Thank you. Thank you.